We got IRS layoffs, people getting fired from their jobs. Americans are losing their job at an alarming rate. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and dive straight into it.
You want to know the craziest thing that just happened to me? Your boy just lost his damn job. But the thing is, you want to know something even crazier than that?
Like, you do have good positive points. Like, I see you, like, put your hand up, help people out. Like, you've got you're very hands-on, I think, but you're also a team player as well. But the role, that's one part of the role where we need to sort of make a decision whether or not the contract will continue or not. And we've had, like, multiple conversations with where we're sort of sitting out what, where we're going to go with it, basically. And at this stage, unfortunately, we won't be able to actually continue the contract on. That wasn't an easy decision to make, but with the actual role, the type of role that we actually need for the business at this point. And like I said, the role itself, it's something that, it's not an easy role to do. You actually did a pretty good job up until now to try give it a go. You gave it a go, tried your best.
We have to sign both, I think.
Redirection is sometimes for a reason. I just lost my phone.
He took it well, man. Getting fired, he was like, but listen, that's the key thing. Sometimes redirection it do happen for a reason. Trust me, it happens for a reason. Usually, people that end up doing is really good at that job that end up getting fired for one reason or another usually go on to be very successful because that job was holding them back. But things do happen for a reason. For him, he said it happened for a reason. Let's see what else he got to say.
My time at that company has ended. So if you want, buy a t-shirt, buy a phone case. Oh, I'm working on designing some pants, but it's a long way off. Yeah.
All right, so I might not be able to use the second half due to copyright reasons with the music he had in his video, but basically he said that he was designing shirts, designing pants, designing hats, things like that. He said things happen for a reason. He kind of had a feeling that he was about to get fired because his 6-month meeting was coming up. It came up and they did let him go. That's why he was like, I knew y'all was about to fire me. But man, listen, you got to stay on your P's and Q's at your job, man. They said he was doing great and they still let him go. He had a funny reason they was going to let him go, but I think he had a very good spirit. So if you get fired from your job, don't spend too long in the gutter saying, man, this is the reason, that's the reason, F them, F that. I'm never going to recover from this. Listen, just like him, he had a kid. He ain't got time to be complaining, staying down in the dumps. You got to get up and go to your next job. But I really do think that job was holding him back. He said, hey, look, if you're trying to support, buy a t-shirt, buy some pants, buy a hat. But I'm pretty sure now that he got a little bit more free time on his hand, he's going to do very good things with his company that he's trying to run, or he's going to find another good job to go work at, something like that. But this next one, listen, the IRS, they've been letting them off. I think they let off like 10,000 IRS agents. So I don't know how they're going to do this tax season. Tax season is going to be crazy, bro. Listen, they going to come find you. So don't skip out. They going to come find you. But still, they let off a lot of people. Let's hear from someone that just got terminated from the government as a IRS agent. But wait, before we dive into that video, this video is brought to you by Moo. Go ahead, if you sign up, deposit $100, you can get up to 30 free stocks. That's how I got started inside the stock market. Easiest way to invest, commission free. In fact, if you just hold cash in there, you'll get 8.1 cash sweep interest on your uninvested cash inside your portfolio. So if I put in $1,000, I'll be earning 8.1% on that $1,000 that's just sitting there. If you're scared to invest, you don't even have to do that. And here's the kicker, guys. Once you get your 30 free stocks, signing up, depositing your money, you can keep those stocks inside the platform and decide to use it, or you can sell all of those stocks and withdraw all of your money. Guys, it's literally free to money. Do not miss out on that amazing opportunity. All right, but now let's go ahead and dive back into this video.
So I was been supposed to get y'all an update. I tried to do it earlier, but for some reason my stuff was deleted. I was trying to show y'all how it looked when I got off the L. It was ABC News outside. It was Channel 10.
Dang, just imagine getting fired and then you walk outside your building and there's the news, just boom, cameras in your face. Oh man, that would suck. Dang.
outside, Homeland Security outside of the building. When I went up there, basically everybody that was in there was printing out paperwork. Like it was chaotic. Like all the printers was taken up because everybody was using the printers to print out all their paperwork that they needed. But when we got down to it, we had to turn in all our stuff after a while because I was sitting around BSing because I was waiting for a few more of my coworkers to come in that I wanted to say goodbye to or whatever. We was over there talking, doing our regular thing, you know. One of our leads kept crying, making us emotional, and was trying not to cry. But at the end, because we had to get escorted out after we turned in our badge and everything, we was escorted out the building. But for the most, like, it was sad. It definitely was sad leaving. It was not even sad leaving. It was sad leaving the people that I grew to like. I made some connections, a lot of connections in there. Were real good people. I learned a lot in there, and I don't take none of that for granted. It's just messed up that it ended the way it ended.
Yeah, so there's nothing worse. I mean, getting fired because you're not doing good at your job is one thing, or getting fired because the company is like that's one thing, right? But getting fired because the companies is downsizing, the federal government is downsizing because the president say we're gonna downsize the IRS, so we're gonna cut funding, and it's like, dang, I wasn't even doing nothing wrong. I was actually pretty good at my job, but you know, you downsizing, you got to cut so many workers, and I'm one of the ones that get cut. Well, I know that sucks, especially, man. So, you know, when you lose your job, get fired, let go, anything like that, you know, you built some connections with the people that you work with. To basically, that's your work family, you know. And now that you guys don't work together, you know that you're not gonna be on the same schedule. You're not gonna be able to kick it, hang out anymore, talk to each other. Hey, you know, those short texts saying, hey, how's everything up there? Blah, blah, oh, did they do this? Do they do that? He said what? She said this. Okay. That's going to eventually fade away after a month or two. And the people that you used to work with, you will never speak to or talk to again. And unfortunately, with the way today's economy going, there's going to be a lot of downsizing. There's going to be a lot of cutting in jobs. So a lot of connections, friends is going to be lost over these next couple of years unless things start to turn around. So it always sucks losing your job.
So I was let go from my job today, and I was actually kind of excited. Slightly irritated because the way they did it, but regardless, I was let go. Now, for weeks, I had been talking about how I really want to pursue my dreams and pursue my business, Prim and Pluck Brow Studio here in Dallas. And I was just like, man, if I just had more time. And guess what? The universe definitely delivered because now I have the time. And
Hey, sometimes it be like this. Sometimes, hey, I was gonna focus on, you know, my job, but then COVID happened, so I focused on YouTube, gave me an opportunity, and I ended up growing my YouTube channel through COVID because I had nothing but time on my hands when I was already about to start to focus on YouTube. You know, when COVID happened, it gave me more than enough time to start to focus on YouTube, and things happen for a reason. I grew and blew up the Dream Green Show with over 300,000 subscribers. This is Dream Green Conversations. We just got to 1,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. So sometimes getting fired is a blessing in disguise. Sometimes getting fired is actually cool because you hated your job. You couldn't wait to get fired, or you hated the people you work with and you just needed a new environment. Let's see what she had to say.
And at first I was kind of like, shoot, what am I going to do? And then I was like, no, this is literally my sign. Okay. Like, let me tell you something. My boss was literally like Miranda from Devil Wears Prada, minus the fashion sense. Okay. We literally had a situation a couple weeks ago where in Dallas, we had a snowstorm. So if you're in Dallas, you know what I'm talking about. And she was in another state. And while we were having the snowstorm, she was like, my flights keep getting canceled. I need you to get me home. And I'm like, how am I going to get you? Like, it's literally an ice rink outside. How am I going to get you home, lady? So regardless, it was always some type of drama. And I'm just happy to be free of that.
Yeah, we're going to skip that. She been ready to get out of the job. She ain't like her boss. Even though she sound like she was doing well, she was like, listen, fire me. She was almost down. What you going to do? Fire me? You gonna fire me? You gonna fire me? And she got fired, but she was ready. She was like, listen, please fire me. I can't wait for you to fire me. Once you fire me, I'm done. I'm finally out of this. It's gonna force me to go really work on my own business. Working with you is really wasting my time. I hate working with you. So it's always amazing when you can have when your backup plan is already backed up. And the safest thing that you could do is while you're already at your job, before you even get the verge of being fired, every 1 or 2 years, find another job to apply to. Just keep applying for these jobs until you get a higher pay. Even if you applying for the job, you working at a job, you've been there for a year, and you just apply for 3 jobs while you're working at this job, and all 3 jobs offer you the same pay of where you're working at. You can just tell these jobs, no, I'm good. I'm just stay where I'm at unless I get higher pay. They say no, cool. 3rd job, 2nd job, both tell you the same thing. Cool. Apply for 3 more jobs with higher pay. You know what? That's higher pay. I'll take it. And then you go work at that job a year later. You keep on applying for higher positions. Or you go talk to your boss and say, hey, I just got offered higher pay at this job. Can you guys offer me some type of vertical promotion, some type of raise? I'll stay here. I really don't want to leave. I love working at this company. But at the end of the day, you have to have a backup plan before you need a backup plan. Listen, one of the things I always say, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And if you staying ready with a backup job already on, like have a backup plan, she had a backup plan, and it's no better feeling to be able to walk up to someone and be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you can't tell me to do that. What you gonna do? You gonna fire me? Like, I don't care if you're firing me. I got better job offers down the street. I got my business plan ready to go into effect the moment you fire me. So either you gonna shut the heck up, do it yourself, or you gonna fire me. And then they end up doing it themselves, and then over the next 6 weeks, you end up getting fired anyway. So then you just go ahead, hit up the other job and say, yeah, I'm ready to come work for you, or you start your backup plan. But yeah, guys, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes you need to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Let me tell you why I'm thankful for getting fired from this job. Check this out. So the plant manager calls me to his office and says, Mr. Fajardo, I see you haven't been hitting your daily production numbers. And for that reason, I'm going to have to let you go. I'm like, what? I walked to my car.
So he hasn't been hitting his daily production numbers. He have not been hitting his daily production numbers. Now, back in the day, they used to work. We just say, hey, we got this program that helped you get better at your job. Hey, we got this training program. This should help you get better at your job. Right now, they ain't offering you no type of training program, no type of other kind of development program, nothing like that. You don't hit your daily numbers, you're going to get fired. This is not the old ages anymore where they could develop you over time. Nope. You don't hit your numbers, we're going to let you go. But let me see what my boy got to say.
I wanted to cry. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did cry. Because number one, I just bought my first house. I just signed for a new car. And my son was just born. And I told myself in the car, why has this gotta happen to me? Why has this gotta happen now? Little did I know that sometimes bad things are allowed to happen so that greater things can happen later. As I sat in my car not knowing what to do next, I remembered this. Somebody once said, I alone know the plans I have for you. Plans to bring you prosperity and not disaster. Plans to bring about the future you hope for. God told a man named Jeremiah that. Whenever you feel like there is no other way out, remember, God will make a way out. Sometimes what you think is a disaster is really an undercover blessing. I'm glad I got fired from that job, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today in a position that is 10 times better. You see, God will set you up like the feds. He will allow something bad over here to happen because he wants to make something happen over here that is greater. So if you want a better future, hope, and success, you have to trust in him during the process. Remember, sometimes bad things are allowed to happen so greater things can happen later.
He ain't lying, man. Sometimes bad things happens to good people for good reasons. Bad things happens to, but correct me if I'm wrong though. He wasn't meeting his daily numbers, but like I said, they should have had some type of development plan for him. They didn't even talk to him. If they would talk to him, hey man, what's going on? They would have seen that, oh, he's up late at night because his wife is pregnant. He just had his first child. That's probably why he's not hitting his daily production numbers. They don't even talk to you like that no more. You know how tough it is to have your firstborn, being a brand new parent, then going to work and expect it to have the same production. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, especially for first-time parents, firstborn, anything like that. They never talk to him. Called him to the office, fired him. That's crazy, man. It's not like how it used to be, and for that reason, I do feel like that's messed up that they let him go. ask him what's going on and help him fix the problem. You can't just come inside the office and then let him go. That's crazy. But like he said, and I really believe this, bad things happen, messed up thing happens to good people, so that a lot of good things can happen in the future that you don't even see the writing on the wall yet. Like, dang, why this happened to me? You don't even see the plan in the future of what's about to happen inside the future. So that's why you really just can't stay sad and sit down. You got to get up, move around, and don't worry about what just happened. That is a temporary thing. What you're gonna do in the future to fix that temporary thing. You can't just sit and drown in that. But yeah, guys, a lot of people are losing their jobs and they are recording it, right? So it's become at an alarming rate that the millennials, the Gen Zers, they're actually recording themselves getting fired because they got a feeling it's like, man, I'm about to get fired. It's crazy that now we have to have a sixth sense on when we're gonna get fired, and it's a messed up feeling out there in the world. But let me know down in the comment section, have you ever felt like, dang, today might be my last day of my job? Or have anything ever bad happened to you for later on down the line that whatever blessing came to you would have not have happened? If that bad thing that happened to you at first, let me know what that is down in the comment section. And guys, if you do want to pick up some free stocks, I'm gonna still leave a link to Moo down in the description. Click that, sign up, get free stocks. But in that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you Dream Green Conversations, and I'm out. Peace.